is play out an interview that I recorded earlier this evening with Yogendra Yadav. As you can see, we've had a really long day since 9 in the morning out on the campaign trail, tracking all the three political parties. What does the Aam Aadmi Party make of the presence of Kiran Bedi? Do they think it's a game changer? How do they intend to counter it? Here is Hot Pursuit with AAP ideologue Yogendra Yadav.
Kiran Bedi's inclusion in the BJP seems to have energized at least the women voters of Delhi to try and understand what the opposition strategy is going to be. We're joined now by Professor Yogendra Yadav. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us on the Hot Pursuit. I want to understand from you the AAP strategy to take on Kiran Bedi. And the question that I ask is, because of what I felt as we traveled through the last couple of days, women voters seem to be rallying around the idea of former super cop Kiran Bedi somehow making them feel safer if she were to be Chief Minister.
Before we discuss Aam Aadmi Party's strategy, let us first understand what strategy brought Kiran Bedi into the picture in the first place. Remember, BJP was saying, we don't need a Chief Ministerial candidate, it's Modi versus Kejriwal. Then they hold a rally, the rally flops. Then the BJP is scared, not only about losing Delhi election, the real scare is that it reflects on the Prime Minister. Should they lose and they could see a defeat, they needed a buffer. Kiran Bedi comes in to fill that. It takes time for people to realize that.
That's a fair assertion on your part. But now I want to look out into the future. Kiran Bedi, in a city where women's safety is one of the big issues, seems to have made women voters feel that she can make them feel safe. How do you counter almost 50% of the voting population suddenly seeing in someone a new hope?
I haven't yet seen evidence. You are telling me, you must be right. There is no evidence that suggests all over the country or the world that women themselves make women feel better or more secure. There are women politicians who get more women vote. At the same time, there are women voters.
No, but Kiran Bedi is a special case. As a super cop, as a woman who's built a certain reputation, like Arvind Kejriwal has around the issue of corruption. Kiran Bedi has a certain reputation as someone who's a super cop, who's a tough administrator, can get things done.
Kiran Bedi's presence, or for that matter, any woman leader tends to make women voters feel a little better. That's a natural advantage that a woman politician brings everywhere. However, for that to translate into vote would require that to be translated into a clear, concrete agenda. As yet, we have not heard. In fact, ironically, it's only the Aam Aadmi Party which has so far given any agenda for how women of Delhi would be made safe. Kiran, it is now her turn to spell out what is it that she is going to do, which an ordinary woman of Delhi would connect to. As yet, we have not heard anything.
Are you concerned that there was a certain section of Delhi's voters who voted for Modi in the Lok Sabha election, who are not traditionally BJP voters, but like the idea of development and governance that he promised, who are very angry with Kejriwal, but not inspired by the likes of a Jagdish Mukhi, Satish Upadhyay, therefore willing to possibly consider Kejriwal a second time? They now swinging towards the BJP because of Kiran Bedi's presence.
All that is a nice storyline, but the storyline lacks one thing to work, namely a blueprint. You know, these people, yes, you're absolutely right. There is a section of voters who voted for Aam Aadmi Party in the Vidhan Sabha election, who went over to BJP, partly because they like Mr. Modi, partly because they saw Aam Aadmi Party was not a contender for national power. So they went to BJP. They can and they are coming back. That's the story of the last few weeks. What would make that person now swing back to BJP? A, if they see suddenly a governance agenda, if they suddenly see the kind of leadership which would be better than Kejriwal's leadership. As yet we haven't seen that, and a wonderful opportunity for that would have been an open debate between the two of them.
We asked that question to Kiran Bedi in the interview that I did with her. That day she was willing, then she seemed to have changed her mind. Do you think it's a bit of a...
changed her mind? What's your guess? You are a reporter, you would know better.
I don't know. I don't know.
She says it, not only did she say this to you, she used to demand it of everyone in the world. She used to say Gadkari should do it, Sonia Gandhi should do it.
But she now says that Delhi needs delivery, not debate. Is that, according to you, a satisfactory explanation for shying away from a debate?
Is that a satisfactory explanation according to anyone in the world? I mean, you know, all over the world, first you have debate. And why do you have debates? Basically because voters have a right to know. They want to see both the persons in front of their eyes. They want to make up their mind as to which of the two is a better commodity. So obviously all over the world you have debate first.
No, but why not as a first step have a debate between Kejriwal and Arvind Kejriwal and Ajay Maken. Maken is ready. Let's have a Congress AAP face-off as the first step.
Aam Aadmi Party and BJP are in a contest, according to your channel, according to everyone else. It's a straight two-horse race. And as a first step, Arvind Kejriwal should contest with someone else. I mean, is it a quarter-final, semi-final?
No, they have 25% of the vote still in the assembly elections.
Sorry, they had 15. And
in the Lok Sabha election.
Everyone else, they are going down. And for us, the real content, I mean, the point is every single survey says Aam Aadmi Party and BJP are around 40%, give or take a few points.